No, no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home. It's been a long night here.
When brushing, you use a curry comb first, then a hard brush, then a soft brush. When currying, you press down and move in circular motions. Next, use a hard brush. You brush in the same direction as a fur. Now you use a soft brush and also brush in the same direction as a fur. To pick up the horse's hoof, you apply pressure with your shoulder to the horse's shoulder and you squeeze the back of the leg. When you pick out their hoofs, you pick away from their leg. You also don't want to pick on top of the triangle part called the frog. It is very sensitive. The saddle pad goes on first. It lays on top of their back. The front of it goes on the top of the withers or the hump in between their back and neck. The straps go in front, facing towards the horse's head. The half pad lines up with the saddle pad on top of it and the straps also face forward. Place the saddle gently on the horse's back, lined up with the half pad, and pull the pads up off the withers into the saddle. Hook the girth on the left side first. You should hook it on the first and last straps, and at least one of the elastic straps should go through the strap on the saddle pad. Next, you put the martingale over their head and around the base of their neck. The big loop faces the saddle and the small loop faces the horse's head. Put the girth through the big loop between his legs and buckle it on the first and last strap like on the other side. Unhook the cross ties on each side of the horse's head and put the reins over his head and take off the halter. Put your arm closest to the horse around its head and grab the middle of the bridle. Use your other hand to guide the bit into the mouth and then put the bridle over the ears. Put the straps of the band that goes around the horse's nose under the vertical straps that go on the horse's cheeks. Then loop it through the martingale and buckle it. Next, buckle the throat latch. It is a long strap that goes in between the horse's head and neck under its throat. Make sure it's not too tight. When getting on, you always get on the horse's left side. Check your girth to make sure it is tight. Hold the reins, put your left foot in the stirrup, and swing your right leg over. Hold these positions all the time. Your hands go above and in front of the withers, and your thumbs stay up. Your elbows should be relaxed, bent, and by your side. Your back should be straight and sitting up really tall. Your shoulders need to be back. The heels need to be pressed down in your stirrups. Your heels act as a shock absorber. Your stirrup sits on the seam of the toe of your boot. Your thigh, knee, and calf need to be closed against your saddle. You need to have a straight line from your head to your shoulder to your hip to your heel. This is your 2-point position and your jumping position. Never bring your legs off your horse to kick them to make them go. To make them go, squeeze with your calf and heel. To stop, pull evenly on both reins toward your belly button. The slowest forward gait is walking. Next fastest gait is trotting. Notice how I stand up and sit down every step. This is called posting. Also, every time I stand up, the horse's outside leg closest to the fence goes forward, and when I sit, it goes back. These are called your diagonal. After trotting, there is cantering. Notice how the horse's inside leg comes the farthest forward. This means you're on the correct lead.